And the Santiago Bernabeu today, Real Madrid with a victory over Viktoria Plzen. However, the side were whistled off at half and full time. Once again, the performance lacking the sort of cutting edge that Real Madrid fans have come to expect against a team that are so inferior, certainly compared to their next opponents, which is, of course, Barcelona. It didn't have to be this way, Ali. Surely this could have been a great way to build some momentum after that horrible defeat against Levante, but it didn't turn out that way.
At the start of last week, Real Madrid and the rhetoric coming from Real Madrid was, you know what, we're going to utilize Levante's game to get some confidence, build momentum. And then in the midweek, we're going to destroy Viktoria Plzen, and that is going to make us even better against Barcelona. Well, they lose to Levante. Confidence is gone. Lopetegui, who knows what his job status is. And they play against Viktoria Plzen. And you might have thought, okay, well, this is again the step forward. This is the launching pad. No, it's a victory that created more doubt than anything else. And against a team that, oh, by the way, Viktoria Plzen had chances, opportunities, sitters, that if they were halfway decent team in the final third, it would have been a different scoreline. Real Madrid in trouble in a moment that all of a sudden it's important to beat Viktoria Plzen at home.
4 days until El Clasico. You can't imagine that Lopetegui is suddenly going to find a magic formula behind the couch to get this working. There's no real hope, is there, for Madrid?
Oh, well, there's always hope when you've got good players, but the good players are just not playing well at the moment. So I suppose there's one upside, there's no Messi, but if you play like that again, you're going to get pasted at the weekend. And maybe that's the comeuppance that Florentino Perez needs, because here's a guy that thought he could just go out before the World Cup and disrupt everything and, you know, hire the manager and then announce and then leak it out, and then it was a right mess. And, you know, I think it was just arrogance, and now, you know, obviously, and maybe he got a bit arrogant with the fact he didn't think Ronaldo wanted to leave either. I don't know. Maybe he was happy for him to leave, which seems like a big, huge mistake now. So they're in trouble by their standards. He can get it right, I suppose, but if he doesn't, he's out the door.
They're kind of rudderless. Certainly on the field, they're rudderless, and that means that this is when the coach has to become the leader. He has to step up and do something. And it doesn't mean that it has to be anything particularly incredible. Just make little changes so that you're giving the players something to grasp on. You know, go around them, try and encourage them, try and get their confidence back. That's your job as a coach when things are not going well. But what you can't do as a coach when things are going horribly wrong is keep throwing out the same bodies, trying to play the same way. I mean, we criticise Zidane and we questioned his tactics at times. Well, when this was happening to them, under him, he changed it. Lopetegui has to change it, because if he doesn't against Barca, they're going to get smashed.
When did Lopetegui take the job? It was after the Euros in 2016, wasn't it? Was it, yeah? So, why didn't Florentino Perez wait until they actually played in a proper tournament to see if this guy could manage properly? Because, all right, Spain were playing great stuff and all that, but they were coming through the European qualification for the Euros, which for the Spanish teams and the French teams is usually pretty simple. So he should have waited and saw what kind of manager he was, manager at the World Cup, before he jumped in and made a decision. He didn't, he jumped in, and he looks as if he's got somebody who hasn't got a track record at club management, and that's proven now.
He's gone, isn't he, after El Clasico?
If they lose El Clasico, and I think in the manner in which they lose, yes. I don't think these are players that really buy into whatever he's selling. No. And that has become very clear. And so when you're saying that they're rudderless, is part of it, he may just have a beautiful message to give out, but the players are saying, you know what, no thanks, not today, not ever.